do some experimenting this week, maybe putting Jalen Milroe at running back or wide receiver. Because with him and his freakish athlete, I mean, he's a freakish athlete, so we could open up the offense with his deep passing ability, his running, and if he can.
Here's what I would recommend. I don't like to see a guy that's made out to be a quarterback be at a different position. I think he's a tall guy. I don't like to see guys that are too tall. I don't like to see him at receiver or running back. Here's what I think that should happen, though. I think you take a shot on Buckner or Simpson for this game to start and give them a chance to open up the offense a little bit. You use Milroe on those short yardage situations because one of the things that they had a hard time with was picking up the first downs. Like there were a couple punts, there were a couple calls, there were some penalties. First off, you got to cut back on the penalties, obviously.
Yeah.
I think how they should use Milroe in this next game, like if you want to make him take the first couple snaps and see if he gets a feel for it, that's fine. But, man, they got to play multiple quarterbacks and give these other guys a chance because if Milroe's not the answer and Nick Saban sees that but he's not doing anything, something's wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we played penalty-wise, they did really well against Middle Tennessee State, and they won. Now, I know it's Middle Tennessee State, but still, I mean, it was a very clean game. You scored 50 points. It's hard to score 50 points against any team. So, and then yesterday with the penalties, several penalties took off points and killed drives. So I think that was a big part in it. You're right. We should cut back on penalties. But I mean, I do agree, but at the same time, I kind of disagree because I think with Milroe, if not now we shouldn't play him at a different position every play. But
to get back to your first point, your first question, how they should use Jalen Milroe for USF in week 3. Like I said, I mean, if they want to start him, and they probably will, that's fine. But they have to take a chance in this game to give the other quarterbacks an opportunity. You got to give it to Buckner. You got to give it to Simpson. You got to let them throw and show their talent because if we find out later in the year that these are the guys that should have started against Texas, like go ahead and find it out now before it's too late. Because if Milroe's not the guy and we find out after we've lost 2 or 3 games, if that happens, there's going to be a lot of Alabama fans coming after Nick Saban saying, "What have you done?"
Yeah. They're one of the 2 freshmen. I believe his name is Lonergan.
Yeah.
I think you might want to give him a shot because
give even Eli Holston, dude, open it up for somebody. Don't have Milroe take every snap. I understand it got out of hand against Texas and it was panic mode and Jalen Milroe's the guy. But, dude, if he was struggling a little bit and the offensive line was faltering, fix the O-line, number one. But what happened to, why did Nick Saban go back to another Jalen, go back to Jalen Hurts? Why did Nick Saban bench Hurts? Because he was playing poorly, causing mistakes. I know Alabama wasn't shut out and they found the end zone a couple times with Milroe, but I mean, at the same time, he was struggling, dude. Put him on the bench.
Yeah, I think within the next few years, I think Saban's career is going to come to an end. And I believe this last draft class that we have, I think that might be one of Nick Saban's last, maybe not his last really good class, but one of his last. And I think with the next 2 years, with how good Alabama's going to be, with Julian Sayin, with the 2 elite wide receivers in 2025 coming in, with the defense that we have from the last class, they're going to be juniors in 2 years. I mean, in 2 years, if not next year, we should be national championship favorites.